The American gun violence epidemic continues unabated. Yesterday, as the new school year began at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, students were forced to jump out of windows as the school went into lockdown after an armed gunman murdered an associate professor. Once again, America's run, hide, fight generation had to run and hide. This latest senseless act of violence comes just a few hours after we learned more about the white supremacist killer from Jacksonville, Florida. What we know is that he was asked to leave Edward Waters University, Florida's oldest historically black university, because he refused to identify himself. The shooter was seen putting on a bullet-resistant vest and a mask before he left campus and headed to the Dollar General store. What we didn't know was that just before he went to EWU, the shooter had scoped out another Dollar General earlier in the day.
It looks like he wanted to take action at the Family Dollar. That's what it looks like. And he did not, because I think he got impatient and got tired of waiting.
The sheriff said that they are continuing to comb through the shooter's manifesto, but reiterated that it was his disgusting ideology of hate that led him to gun down Angela Michelle Carr, A.J. Laguerre Jr., and Gerald Deshawn Gallion in cold blood. Here are A.J.'s brothers yesterday.
Hate can be taught. Love could be taught, too.
Guy just went to work, not even 30 minutes later, gunned down, just for working, just for being black. It's unfair.
Joining me now is the mayor of Jacksonville, Florida, Donna Deegan. Mayor Deegan, thank you so much for being here. Congratulations on your election. You're starting your terms in a rough way. How is the community handling this nightmare?
Well, I got to tell you, Joy, it's the worst possible way to start. It is, we're all just in grief. I would like to say we're in shock, but it's hard to be shocked anymore. This community has been through this sort of violence again and again, and it's really just too much. We have got to start sending a message loud and clear that we just simply will not accept this kind of hate, especially in our community. I ran on a message of unity. But unity has to come with truth. And I think that it's going to be very, very important for us to all face some hard truths and to really speak to each other, look at each other. And if we're ever going to get to each other's humanity, we got a long way to go.
State Representative Nixon yesterday, who represents this area, was on with us, and she said that Mayor DeSantis has blood on his hands. She blamed his rhetoric, his policies, his anti-blackness, and the way that he's conducted himself as governor for setting the stage and creating the atmosphere that produced an event like this. What do you say to that?
Well, Representative Nixon has been right there in the thick of it. You know, there are so many times that she has tried to gain resources for this community, tried to face some of these issues. And as you know, that has not been successful under this governor. So she's had a lot of frustration. I don't pretend to know what is in the governor's heart. I simply know that what we're facing here in Jacksonville with this hate against the black community, every step that we take in the wrong direction is a step that takes us closer to the next incident. And we simply cannot have it anymore, Joy. We've got to start facing the reality that we have hate in this state that we need to address and that we need to loudly and clearly say is not acceptable.
Let me play the reception that the governor got when he did what a lot of people believe was simply a photo op, showing up at a vigil for the Jacksonville dead.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is here. We're going to ask the governor if he will come now and remarks.
I want to ask you just a couple of questions about this governor's response here. When this initially happened, he said that he called the sheriff. He did not say that he called you. You're the mayor. Did he call you? And how soon after he called the sheriff did he call you?
I don't know when he called the sheriff. He called me a couple of hours before that vigil that you just saw and told me he was going to be sending some money for securing Edward Waters University. We had a short conversation. I thanked him for providing that help for Edward Waters and thanked him for his call.
I think one of the reasons why he got that kind of reception is he started off by using the term monkey it up, regarding his first opponent, his African-American opponent. And it's kind of degraded from there, saying Black history had no inherent value, banning DEI, attacking Black history, saying Black people benefited from slavery. I could go on. Do you understand why he got those boos when he showed up in the Black community?
Well, I do, and I dare say he may have expected to have that reception. But I will say that I'm personally glad that he was there, because I think it's important that he come face to face with that pain. There was a lot of grief, and is a lot of grief in that community, and he needs to see that. And as I said, I'm sure Edward Waters University is grateful to have the money for security, but we have to go so far beyond that. We were celebrating the anniversary of Axe Handle Saturday on the Sunday that we were there for that vigil. And it just feels like these days we're moving backwards. It feels as if we're just using different axe handles, Joy. And we've got to acknowledge that. And I think the governor being there to see that pain and to see that response, I'm hopeful that has an impact on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure that you can even teach Axe Handle Saturday in Florida schools right now, but I'll leave that for now. Let's talk about this hurricane that is bearing down on Florida. Is it expected to touch down in Jacksonville? Is Jacksonville going to face these storms?
Well, we've seen the track move further and further west throughout the day. So what we are expecting is tropical storm force conditions here. The worst of it's going to be further south toward Lake City and Madison. So we're hunkering down. Basically, we've got our emergency crews out. We're under a state of emergency, and we're just asking folks to stay home. There may be some isolated flooding and isolated tornadoes and a lot of wind, so a lot of trees down. But it looks like we are at the very least going to dodge the worst of that.
Yeah, I lived in Florida for 14 years, so I remember the stress that precedes these kind of events. Well, thank you very much. Hopefully we can get down to Jacksonville and visit sometime soon. Well, maybe when the NAACP lifts its warning about traveling there. We'll see. Mayor Donna Deegan, thank you so much. We appreciate you being here.
Good.
Cheers.